You know, when we're talking to clients about steel posts for their wood fences, we like to talk about the longevity and that they're actually cheaper over the life of the fence because the first time you don't have to replace the posts, you're money ahead. Today, we got to show that in its true form, in that we have a fence, a privacy fence that was installed with steel posts. Now, these are round steel posts. We weren't really using Postmasters back in the 90s. But a round steel post with brackets on it. So today's a great example on we don't have to replace the post, just the pickets and the 2x4s because they're looking a little old.
What we're doing here today is we are demoing and replacing a dumpster fence, basically. We're going to go ahead and replace the brackets that were on here and go with the nationwide bracket that we stock.
All right, guys, so the bracket we're using on this project is a nationwide wood to steel adapter. We really like using these. They're a bit of a universal bracket. As long as it's a 2 3/8 post, it doesn't matter if it's galvanized, vinyl coated, whatever. It's going to slip over really nicely. It also adjusts really easily, but the nice thing is once you tighten it, it cinches this down really tight. It's making a nice contact all the way around the post. We don't see the slippage that we see in some other brackets. If we did, you could always drive a self-tapping screw at the bottom to hold it, but we haven't come across a case of that yet. So if you've got a steel post, but you're looking to add a wood 2x4 or wood product onto it, you can't go wrong with these nationwide wood to steel adapters. Shameless plug, they're available at ozfence.store.
Typically we use a Postmaster post when we're doing this, but this was a job, this part included, that the customer wanted to keep, and we're just putting new brackets on.
All right, guys, I want to give you a couple of more examples of how we use Company Cam. It's such a powerful tool. There are probably more ways to use it. These are just a few ways that we've found. I've got a customer that wants to see pictures of recent pre-stained chestnut fences we've installed. So we've got some labels set up to where I would simply filter the projects, select a label. We've got pre-stained chestnut ready to go, applying the filter. Now I've got access to all of the pre-stained chestnut fences we've installed recently. I can see, you know, we've got some that are privacy, some that are shadow box. We've got some 4 foot tall, some 6 foot tall. So I can do a little bit more looking into this to see exactly, we were going to try to match the exact type of fence we're proposing for the client in the pictures that we're going to send them. A couple more examples, or I guess ways of using this is how do we apply the tags, you know, that we can filter from. We've actually got a few projects here that are ready to be labeled or need to be more correctly labeled. So the crew typically applies labels as they're taking pictures, that sort of thing. But sometimes they forget some. On this particular project, we've got that it is cedar and obviously is wood. But I also know that it's pre-stained pecan. Now we're looking at our labels. I actually don't see a pre-stained pecan. It's not something we do a lot in the pre-stained world. So we're going to create a new label. We're going to call it pre-stain pecan. We're going to give it an orange color because it's me. Now we've got pre-stain pecan as a label. We'll select it. We also know that it is paid, so we'll go ahead and put that on there as well. It is wood. It is cedar. I think that's all that applies. So we'll click save. Now we can see that it is cedar. It has been paid. It is a pre-stained pecan fence. It is also wood. Just a few ways we like using company cams, incredibly powerful. You might use it a little bit differently. If you do, let me know. Always willing to learn. As you guys can see, the wood and steel brackets came in clutch. They really put this project together. And again, didn't have to replace the post, so we saved this client a significant amount of money. Shout out to Scott and the guys for doing another great job. For now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors, and I'll see you next week.